Tonight, former Alice in Chains guitarist Mike Starr, found dead in his Utah home, was the rocker mixing dangerous prescription meds the night he died. Along with methadone, Starr publicly battled his addiction to heroin on VH1's Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew. He relapsed and he was arrested about a month ago for possession of prescription drugs. So my question tonight, we don't have the answer to it, but I'm wondering, did addiction kill him? Jennifer Jimenez, you said you hung out after you were on the show with him. Did he seem like he was doing well? Did he seem like he had gotten it, that he was happy, joyous, and free, or was he white-knuckling it?
You know, there were moments, the only requirement is a desire, and he definitely had the desire during the show and after the show. And I did see a growth in him. I saw his spirit come alive and his eyes start lighting up. There was, I think when you start having to face yourself without drugs and alcohol, you're left with yourself, and there's a lot of issues there. There were moments where he was joyous and free, but there was a lot of demons overriding him, and there was a lot of monkeys on his back, and that's where it's up to us. Like, the foundation is laid to us, but this is all about us wanting it and going for it. I'm no farther away than you are or than he was from a drink and a drug. I'm an arm length away, but I work really hard for this, and it doesn't make me feel like, oh, I'm proud of it. Like, look at me, I can be fine for 2 more days. I have to constantly, rigorously work this, and so did he. And I think his addiction overrode that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Tragically, and you make an excellent point. Again, as I said, all we have is today. We got to work it every day, or we go right. I go back to the addict mind in 2 seconds flat. I fall off that spiritual beam so quickly, I got to crawl back on several times every day because of all the mistakes that I make as I get ego-based, etc., and then try to remember to be of service. It's a struggle. Despite successfully getting sober on Celebrity Rehab and staying sober throughout taping VH1's Sober House, Mike Starr did relapse. About a month ago, he was arrested in Utah for drug possession. He was carrying, according to cops, an unmarked bottle of prescription drugs. When cops cuffed him, it apparently contained 6 pills of a painkiller called Opana and 6 pills of Xanax, which is an anti-anxiety drug. Howard Samuels, founder and CEO of the Hills Treatment Center. Then you have TMZ reporting that he was mixing methadone and anti-anxiety meds hours before he died. We don't have independent confirmation. TMZ is quoting his roommate. What do you make of it?
Well, first of all, Jane, I've also known Mike for many, many years, and he was such a great guy and very much loved by me and many people in the recovery community. But like so many addicts, alcoholics, Mike was a relapser. He was a hardcore drug addict who never seemed to quite grasp the severity of his addiction. And, unfortunately, relapse is a part of the recovery process. But the problem with that, not everybody makes it back. And Mike is one of those people, unfortunately, that did not make it back. And I feel so horrific for his sister and his father. I mean, it's just such a tragic situation. But it's got to be also an example that this is serious business. If you don't get sober, you're going to die. And, and if Mike's passing can save another addict alcoholic's life, then maybe he didn't die in vain, Jane.
Let's hope. Our condolences to his family. Thank you both so much.